Could you imagine going into the, I don't know, grocery store or the car dealer or you name it, Taco Bell, McDonald's, and having to wait 6 hours to be served? You'd be furious. And you probably wouldn't ever do business there. You'd probably actually write a terrible review of the organization. Tell all your friends don't go there. And then while you're there, you gotta remember this one. They treat you like garbage. Next! All right, what do you need? Wouldn't that just tick you off? Now, could you imagine a federal worker going into one of these organizations and experiencing a 6-hour delay to get their food from Taco Bell or McDonald's? You know, I can just see it now. You got a minimum wage 18-year-old kid, you know, doing everything they can to keep up with the customers, and they're waiting in line, you know, you're up to 10-15 minutes waiting because the place is just jam-packed, and this little girl, 18-year-old girl, just running all over the place, and that federal worker would come up there and just, I want my order. I been ordered 15 minutes ago. Just give me my order. That's it. I want my money back. And now the girl has to get the manager so they can get the money back plus the order. I mean, I've seen this before. And you can just imagine a federal worker doing that. Now imagine going into the Social Security office, and because I've been twice. I once was with Carolyn when her daughter was sick. Yeah, and then we went to, so I went to the Social Security offices with my ex-wife because we adopted her daughter, my daughter, and we had to change her last name. And I remember the first time, I don't remember going with Carolyn very well, but I remember going the first time with my daughter, and we sat there, I'm sure, for 6 hours, and sat there, and sat there, and sat there. And they'd had this little TV, or a huge big screen TV, and I actually was thinking, why did I spend all this money on this TV? And it's not like they were watching movies or anything. It was telling you about the services of Social Security. Enroll today, and you just kept reading the same thing over and over again for 6 hours. And I've spent that money on that TV. And all the while, you could hear the people in the back, yes, what do you want? Come on, next. Number 15, I don't have all day. Look, if you're gonna take all day to get up here, and you know, woman in a walker, I'm just gonna go to the next customer. We're not customers, we own that place. We bought it, we paid your salary. But okay, so, but if you complain about them, they may have you arrested. And of course, I went into the first one, they had a security guard at the door, and they ran a wand over you because, you know, their lives are sacred. Very dangerous to go into a federal building. And, well, I know why it's dangerous for the federal workers in a federal building is because they tick everybody off. Hey, I'm going to interrupt this video real quick and ask that at the end of this video, you click the up next box. It will take you to a video on my other channel. I sure would appreciate it if you'd go over there and check it out. Even just for the next few weeks, I'd just really appreciate it. I only post 2 videos a week, trying to get enough of watch hours so I can get it monetized. And then I promise I won't interrupt the videos anymore like this very often. I might do it once every now and then just to get the new people to see it, but I won't be making daily announcements. I sure could use your help. I really appreciate it. I know I've been a pain about this, but I want to get it monetized before lawn mowing season starts. Thank you very much. So today, or yesterday, over the weekend, Elon Musk said he wanted to get someone to get the federal workers to reply to the email. 5 things they did last week, or accomplishments or something like that. And if you don't, then you may not have a job. And what was he trying to do was weed out dead people. He has this suspicion, and now that he's mentioned it, I probably suspect it too, that there are dead people on the payroll. I could just imagine. I mean, you got a bloated government that has 2.5 million employees. And it's so huge that nobody can keep track of their employees. Can you imagine this? I mean, I can actually imagine this. And I'm not in disbelief that this is happening. So, Tom, nobody knows who Tom is, but he works there. And all of a sudden, Tom doesn't show up to work. Well, the guy sitting next to him for 20 years is, well, I wonder where Tom went. I don't know. And he doesn't show up for a week, and eventually the guy sat next to Tom for 20 years gets moved to a different spot or gets promoted or just forgets about Tom. But the boss never even realized Tom is missing because there's so many employees. Who's Tom? I don't know Tom. Even if the guy just sat next to him for 20 years said, hey, where's Tom? Who's Tom? I don't know. And so this guy is getting paid. He's dead. He died. You know, he didn't show up to work. He died. So this guy's getting paid year after year. And in one report, they think that a girlfriend of Tom, I'm just using Tom as an example, of Tom has been collecting a paycheck from the federal government after her boyfriend Tom died. So all you got to do just to confirm that you're still alive is just list out 5 things. And even if you're got top secret clearance, I would have said, hey boss, here's the deal. I'm not really sure I'm supposed to tell you what I did last week because you know, I got the security clearance. If you'll come see me in person, maybe we can talk. I'd be happy to, you know, sit down with you and talk, but I don't know if I should be sending out emails over an unsecured line. I'm sure that would have been fine. I'm sure the boss would have said, oh yeah, that makes sense, but no, can't do that. And these people out in the field, you know, supposedly there are people out in the field who don't have a connection to an email in foreign countries doing the work of the U.S. government. Well, if we have employees and are not checking in with their supervisors on a regular basis, like daily, hey boss, yeah, I'm checking in. I'm over here in Uganda, and I just wanted to make sure you know I came into work today. I've clocked in, and if you need anything, let me know. Hey, yeah, you, Elon Musk asked us to send in a email stating 5 things that we've done this week. You want to do that? Sure. You want me to stop doing what I'm doing right now and do that right this minute? Yep, that's exactly what I want you to do. But no, they're so far disconnected that we're paying these people not to check in with their bosses on a daily basis. I can't imagine not checking in with my boss on a daily basis. I think it's criminal. So, I mean, I watch this guy on YouTube all the time, and most of the time I like what he does, but when he delves into politics, he drives me batty. He's supposed to be a real smart guy, you know, with a doctor's degree and all that stuff, but he just loses all thinking processes the moment he starts talking about politics. He just doesn't fathom. So, I mean, he's sitting there saying, how dare Elon Musk tell us that, tell these people working out in foreign countries that they had to check in, they may not even got an email. But they better got the email. They work for the tax. I mean, we want a progress report. You know, how many people did you save today? You can't check in? It's a lie. They're lying to you. So today, I watched something in a video of this woman on CNN. Now, she had time during her working hours to go do an interview on CNN talking about how she just doesn't have time to be writing Elon Musk 5 bullet points of what she did last week. And what do you think about this? Okay, so I came into work on Monday and I submitted some papers. And on Tuesday, I submitted those same papers. And on Thursday, I submitted those papers on Wednesday. And then Thursday, same papers. And Friday, same papers, because that's what I do. I submit this paper all day long. She didn't have time to do that. Or she could have said, Monday through Friday, I submitted this paper. If you think about it, you know, an employee should want to be able to tell their boss all the great things they've accomplished, because they're going to want to get a pay raise. I know if my boss came out and said, hey, what'd you do today? Well, you know, I improved the process by 4% on the turtle wax line, and I I got little Susie. This is when I worked at the shop. I remember the boss coming and asking me this one time. And one of the accomplishments was we had a sheltered workshop. We hired disabled people to work in a manufacturing environment. So I've been working to get this one gal. She probably was 60 years old. And she was in a wheelchair, couldn't do much. So I worked with maintenance to get her a lift next to the conveyor belt. Something that she could get into somehow or another, whether, you know, we had workers pick her up or whatever the case was. So she could sit there on this line and put caps on spray bottles. It was an exciting line. Everybody wanted to work that line. It was a happening line, kept them busy. The day went by really fast. Everybody wanted to do it. So I tried to get everybody to go through at least a few times a month so everybody had an opportunity. But this one woman, she just couldn't do it. So I got the maintenance guys to make a platform so we could get her up into that. And she put those caps on. And I am telling you, the county had heard about this. Everybody was excited that this lady got to put these caps on this spray bottle. Just absolutely excited. So my boss came out and said, hey, what's going on here? Well, look at this. And now she had been there a long time. Everybody knew who she was. She was really special. You know, a lot of our employees were turned over pretty quick because we tried to get them out into the public so they could start working full time out in the public. But she'd been there forever. So my boss knew this woman very well, had lots of personal interactions with her because she'd been there so long. Not my boss, but my boss's boss. And he come out and, you know, that was a real feather in my cap. It was a real feather in her cap too. So he got all excited and took pictures of the platform and took pictures of me and the maintenance guy who built it. Took pictures with me, the maintenance guy, and the platform with the gal on it. Took pictures of me and the guy, the maintenance guy, the gal on the platform, putting caps on, videos, the whole thing. So if you've done your job today, you should want to tell your boss, look what I did. Look what we accomplished. Our job was to make that lady more productive. And that's what we did. So I don't agree that we should be getting on CNN and complaining that my boss wants me to tell them what to do, what we did all week. And the way it sounds, it doesn't even have to sound like it's that, has to be that important, that specific. What'd you do this week? Well, I wrote out, I mean, let's just say you're in the FBI and you didn't go out and fight crime today. Well, I wrote a report on this. I made coffee. I don't know. But all they're wanting to see is that there's a warm body there. They're not looking for huge accomplishments like, did you get Susie onto the platform so she could work putting caps on spray bottles? They're not looking for anything like that. They just want to make sure that you actually came to work. And this woman on CNN was all upset that they do have to come into work now. Well, the first thing they made us do, they came back to work. We were doing fine in our home offices, but now we have to come back to work. And now that we're back at work, now they want a progress report. This is getting out of hand. And so they're suing. They're suing their boss because the boss wants to know, hey, what'd you do last week? I think it's just incredible. How spoiled can you be? Now, can you imagine that woman on CNN going into McDonald's and having to wait 15 minutes for her food? She wouldn't do it. I just can imagine these people. They just wouldn't do it. They're always angry. So I think what we need to do is, like I've been saying in the last few videos, call your congressman. We are losing support from our congressmen. They don't like what Trump is doing, and they're starting to waver. So I've been writing my congressman every day, telling him, you know, this is important. We need to stop this spending now. I want you to write a law. I want you to tell that woman that was on CNN she's fired, because that's the big complaint, is Congress isn't involved. So let's get them involved. I want my congressman to write a law firing that lady who went on CNN, saying she didn't have time to write out a 5 bullet point report on what she did last week, but she had time to go on CNN. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video where I was working on a lawnmower on my other channel. I'd really appreciate it if you go over there and check it out. So hope I can inspire you to write your congressman, because we need it, so we can live our dreams. Thanks for watching.